Okay, so just to recap, we just made a new sub account, named it under future client number 8. We went to phone system. We went to add number, add phone number. I usually go to filter. I click first part of number. I leave all these on. I usually toggle off toll free because that's a whole nother A2P compliance route that you need a specific practice steps for. I click apply, and then there we go. Okay, I'm trying to do this one, who says US. Proceed to buy, verifying.
Do you always click on the US, or can I click anyone?
You can click anyone, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do La Jolla.
And then
San Diego.
I usually just do driver's license at this point, and then I usually select continue on another device. You can pick it up from your phone because it's hard to take photos from my computer. And I'm just gonna grab my wallet real quick.
And verifying.
All right, yeah. So then from here, continue on another device. Just gonna scan this.
Scanning.
So imagine this walking through your client doing this.
Yeah.
It's not terrible, but
so you have them like basically when you get the phone number, you send them this link, and then they're like verify on a different device, and then you send this over to them, and they put their ID and stuff. Or do you still put your ID and all that information in the section?
You would for sure be on Google Meet with them.
Okay.
Just going through verification right now.
Number purchase successful. So just click on register A2P.
Congratulations, you're done. Boom. It'll say your A2P 10 DLC registration is incomplete, failed. Please go to the Trust Center tab to start resubmit your registration. This is normal. This isn't bad. Boom. Start now. So this is what we want complete.
So mine's is showing here. Should I exit here, or should I click register for A2P?
Register for A2P.
Yeah, it takes me to the same section. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So start registration.
All right. And then we'll start the registration. Register, yes. Does your Zebra say yes? Continue. Okay. And then this is the part. Provide the necessary details. This part's new. Upload your CP 575 document. Oh, it's just an autofill, so it's fine. This isn't needed. We'll just input our information. So I do telecommunications. And here, I usually just go to my website.
And then say for these cases, when it's your client, you're putting their website URL in this section.
If this was going to actually be for your client's website, but I don't do it that way. I actually just put them all the A2P numbers go on me.
Okay.
So they're running their A2P number through my agency.
And so you can also see and like monetize like the tax and stuff, right? And
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. And then business email. This is where I put different emails. And again, I think it's up to 2. You use the same email like up to 2 or 3 times. I forget. You might have to look into that. I use different Elias emails. So I'm just going to use help@plumbers.com because I'd used like my name too many times. But just on the last screen where it was like business details, you can't use the same email over and over.
Okay.
It's really important to remember.
Gotcha.
So you can somehow keep track of that each time you submit A2P.
Perfect.
Okay. Continue. I always do low volume. It's never been an issue.
Low volume. Okay.
And then just keep in mind there's a one-time fee of $24.50 right away. And then there's that monthly recurring $11. And then I do manual setup is what you want.
Manual setup. Okay.
Yeah. All right. And then this is the part that I've implemented in my Skool community with all the information, but let's go through this together. So do you see where it says a use case description on the document I put together on the Skool?
Yeah, I'm on your Skool. Where would that be? Like what section?
It's right under branded campaign details.
In campaign details. I'm not seeing that section.
Let's see. Let me open up the Skool and then I find it. Okay. So let's go to A2P compliance.
Oh,
it was this right here.
Oh, I see. Okay. And then, so for this one, and this is just always copy and pasting this with your same business name and everything. It's going to be the business name, say like for your client.
It's the exact same process every time. Like you literally just repeat these steps every time you get a new A2P number, with the caveat that you want to make sure that you get approved for the A2P number that you registered for before stacking another one. So I keep stacking, but I wait to get approved for that specific number before putting in another registration. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Okay. And then promotional, just copy paste that too. Where's that?
So sample message 1 is for promotional. Sample message number 2 is for transactional. Ready for the next page? The big thing to point out here is how you have to input an actual contact page.
Okay. Shoot.
So there needs to be a contact page on your actual website.
Okay. That contact just like phone number, email.
Let's see if I can show an example.
Oh, because I don't want that yet.
So for example, the big pointers here is that I have the A2P form that's in the Skool community, and then we have the calendar as well. If you don't have this contact page, you can't get through. Continue.
Yeah.
And then I'm just looking at the doc, looking back and forth. So then opt-in method will be website form. You'll always select website form. And then that opt-in form URL will just be the, so then you go back here. I'm going to pull the URL from this contact page, and then I'm just going to throw it in here, right? So then that's the opt-in form. Like when they land on that contact page, it's literally the opt-in form. They already have this filled in here, but I am going to see what the difference is between what I have and what's there. I'm going to actually take this out and put in what I have because that's what works for me. But I'm sure what they had there might work, but I just want to be sure. And then I'm just going to copy and paste this opt-in message. And then I obviously just select all of these. And then review application. This will like normally fail. One of these will fail. I get through every time. It'll still show like one of them failed or like a few failed. And I just to proceed. And then it always seems to work out and approves. I haven't figured it out completely because this step's kind of new. This is like a new automated AI feature.
And from your experience, like when they're sending out text and all, was green messages or blue?
In GoHighLevel, since we use the Twilio carrier, it'll always be green. If there were certain clients that you wanted to use that busy business phone number for to send blue, you could always do that as well. Like, hey, this is Moy, by the way, just using my other phone. And it's blue, right?
Yeah.
That's sick. Okay, cool. So this is fine. We don't need to worry about it. This is actually quite normal. And you still get through. We'll say this, proceed anyway. Oh, I'll block that out. And then, just hit confirm.
And how quick is the response, like of getting approved? Take up to 7 days. Okay.
It usually takes around 2 to 3 days, but we'll see. But usually the brand gets approved pretty quickly, usually same day, because there's a brand registration, a campaign registration, I believe. And the brand campaign usually gets completed pretty quick within minutes. And then the campaign is what takes like a few days to a week. You're done. And then don't worry about this too much. This usually gets approved and it's not even that important. And that's exactly all you need to do. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. And then so you just wait, and then say in this scenario, like it doesn't get approved, like what would you do in that case? Say you onboarded a client, you got their website pulled up, you got the domain, you're just waiting for the A2P to come back, and say you're in process with them or they're in process and it fails. Is that something that you can just try again and just communicate with them? Or what's your experience from that if you even have been denied?
Yeah, so that's a great question. I think back to setting expectations, knowing your current situation. So if I was in your shoes and I was just starting again and I lost everything and I didn't have my A2P verification for that client yet, I didn't have any numbers stacked for them, I would say the way you frame things on that first sales call, like on the demo or after you close them on the launch call, just set the expectations that will work in phases. In the first phase is completing your website. Okay, and then now that your website's completed, let's pull your past customer list. Working in phases and setting expectations of we're not there yet to give you a business phone number because we still have all these other things that we need to do. Optimize your Go My Business, get you a Go My Business profile versus if you already had the A2P phone number, then sure, you could still work in phases, but you could also be like, yeah, we're going to get your phone set up right away. That's a win, celebrating the wins, but also you can't do that if your current situation is you don't have any A2P phone numbers. Right. So that will alleviate a lot of pain and a lot of stress is going in with expectations, letting them know we're not there yet. Let's do all these other things before we get there. And that buys you a lot of time.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. That makes sense. Appreciate you showing me that.